Welcome everybody to this video where it's going to be the celebration of the Saturday of the 4th week of Lent. And so, if we continue to reflect upon the Holy Gospel for today, notice that there is a confusion amongst the origin to which Christ had came from, because people tend to question if Christ himself was from Galilee or was he from any other location, to the extent that there is a division amongst them. For today's reflection, I want to focus on the theme of where is Christ from within our own hearts. How did we hear about Christ himself, to whom he had offered himself to each and every one of us? How exactly did we continue to hear about Christ? Is it through our family to which we hear about Christ? Or how exactly did we first respond when the name of Christ is mentioned to each and every one of us? And to be able to acknowledge Christ, it really takes a deep level of understanding in order to obviously be able to study more about him. And so Jesus wants each and every one of us here to understand how we first heard Jesus, so that each and every one of us here can be inspired to grow, especially in our journey of faith. As the more that we continue to listen to Christ, the more we get to understand. And the more that we get to understand, the more that we are willing to do good deeds in front of him. And so each and every one of us are inspired to continue to learn about him, regardless of where each and every one of us here comes from, so that we can gather together from this division as we continue to build up God's kingdom. And so that is the first of the lesson that I want to bring to each and every one of you guys today. The second lesson to which I'm going to bring to you guys is there are divisions amongst the laws that are established. Because as we all may know, there are about 600 laws that the Jews had to comply in order to be a good resident of that place. And each and every one of us here are given these 10 commandments that we should follow in order for each and every one of us here to be able to journey ourselves closer to God. And so how often do we continue to observe and practice the laws ourselves, so that all of us can become good, living residents of Christ? Because as it was commented in today's Holy Gospel, notice how there are people whose laws were considered accursed. And so all of us, when we come to interpret these laws, does it help each and every one of us here be able to draw our attention closer to Christ? Or does it make us continue to fall apart, to which we continue to distance ourselves from him, especially after all of these years that we have been living, yet we strive to continue to lack something. And so Jesus comes into this world to really save each and every one of us as he continues to bring us closer to him. We know that Jesus comes from Bethlehem, as God the Father had sent his only beloved Son to love the world so much in order to open the kingdom of heaven. And so how often do we continue to acknowledge Christ in our lives as we continue to journey throughout our faith? That is the biggest question to which Jesus himself wants to ask each and every one of us, especially as we continue to live forth our journey of faith. And let Jesus' question help transform each and every one of us so that we can live as good and prudent, faithful servants as we continue to journey ourselves towards the kingdom to which it is coming very, very soon at a very unexpected day or time to which not even Jesus knows when we're going to go, but God the Father continues to know. And so let Jesus continue to help each and every one of us make good, rational decisions so that all of us can experience God's joy.